on. And in my industry as well too, we quite often get approached by a lot of people with a lot of different products to offer our clients, to add value to what we do. And over the years, I've actually tried quite a few because I really do genuinely care about people's wellness and I care about how people feel. I'm really into improving the lives of others. So basically, most products I tried before I, promoted them to my clients because, your reputation's everything, and being a product champion, you have to walk the walk and talk the talk. So I found a lot of them would work short term, or were too expensive, or clients just didn't stay on it. And then a friend of mine, Karen Hearn, rang me, who's from Melbourne, and we've been friends for a long time. Our children had gone to school, so I had a great trust and respect for Karen. And Karen says, I know you love the science of things, Angie. I know you won't put your name to something. And then she said the words that made me sort of spring up about the uniqueness of the product, in the fact that, Angie, get your own body to do what it's supposed to do. Bingo, Karen had my attention. I tried the products and I was absolutely amazed by them. I actually started to feel good. I've had cancer, I've had a melanoma, I've got fibromyalgia, and I was suddenly finding I was sleeping better. My moods were a lot better. My pain and inflammation was going down, which meant I could play more golf, which meant I could train more clients, which meant, a great deal to me because health was important. And so I looked through the science and I was really happy to see that finally I'd found a company with some products that I could actually align myself with because it was in full alignment with what I wanted to do with my clients. So basically that's my story. And I think it's really, really good to let people know a little bit of family as well too. And I have two amazing children, one who's an intern now and she works in the sickness industry. We sort of laugh about that and have a bit of a joke because I say I work in the wellness industry, and once you've seen the contrast of the sickness industry, maybe you'll come across and join me. So I haven't given up on her. And then my son's going into nursing and wants to be an anaesthetist assistant. So I'm really proud of them. I'd just like to give the announcements today. So basically, well done to everybody for Perth, Sydney and Melbourne, and that was with Jackie Shepherd and also with Dr. Fifi. Now, if any of you get the chance, have a look and try and find a copy of Jackie Shepherd's book. It is absolutely brilliant. It's called Silent Takeover. And I tell you, it is well worth finding. You will find it in a lot of the religious bookshops. We found it in a couple of the bookshops here in Perth, which was quite a surprise, but she was absolutely amazing. And if you want any of the notes or any of the information that she shared with us, please just, PM me and I'll give you that information. So yes, fantastic. So well done to everybody who hosted for Melbourne and Sydney as well. Okay, Charlotte, you can, next slide or, yeah. And just a general reminder, customer service hours are now 3 a.m. till 11 p.m. New South Wales time. So for all the other states and especially WA, wait a while we call it, we're 3 hours behind. And to really make sure that all your inquiries are emailed, because once it's emailed, you've got a paper copy of what's been said and who said what. So remember, it's to AU Distributor Support at LifeVantage.com. And CC it into Charlotte as well too, because Charlotte always follows up on a lot of these things that are going on. Training dates can be confusing, so we've created a pinned post in Team Heart Australia on the Facebook group page, so it's easy for us all to know. Look, if you've got a smartphone or an iPhone, I put it in my calendar as well too, so I get a reminder, and it's really quite handy because we all get busy. Note that Charlotte's starting a 4-week compensation plan training on Wednesday night, and that starts this Wednesday at 7:30 Queensland time. Each week she's going to cover an entire compensation plan, and she'll allow time at the end for questions and answers, and you're welcome to put guests on this as well too. It's all all past training. So for those that are looking for the archives, are on teamheart.net/calls/. Note, Thailand is being relaunched. Woohoo! How exciting! They've only had tru-science and now Protandem Nerf 1 and Nerf 2 available. So who do you know? Most of us know people in Thailand, use our upline and get in contact with them. We have until the 31st of March. Don't forget to qualify for the incentive. I'm really pushing hard for this one myself. Rank to Pro 3 for the first time, or go active. It means, be active again after 6 months of being inactive, and you'll win US $500. That's around 625 Australian dollars, which is a pretty good, cash on the table. And then rank to Pro 5 for the first time, or go active after 6 months of being inactive, and win $1,000 US. Now that's $1,125 Australian. I'm pretty sure that would be a really handy thing to have right now. Next. Hey, and a big congratulations to Kim Lineman and Charlotte Benter, winners of Road to Convention Incentive. They enrolled 3 or 5 platinum packs from the 12th of November to the 28th of February. They won $1,000 plus their event ticket. So big congratulations to you two, and well deserved. I know how hard you've both been working. And now I'm going to hand you over to that girl, Charlotte Benter.
Thank you, Angie.
Take it away.
Well, guys, isn't she amazing? I just love this woman. She's so passionate and just so friendly, and she's got such a vibe about her. I just love it, Angie. So apologies, I don't know what's going on, but for some reason I cannot get the screen to look any different. So we're going to just wing it. And at the end of the day, as long as you can see the information, I'm really happy. So tonight, guys, if you don't know me, my name is Charlotte Venter. I'm a Pro 6 based on the Sunshine Coast, and started LifeVantage in April last year. And very, very excited about this company and about the products and about the team and the people, and the opportunity especially that we have in Australia. So if you're new in our team, I want to welcome you. I'd love to meet you. I just want to give a quick additional announcement, and I want to say that, guys, if you bring in new distributors, please, 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 can you introduce them to your upline? It's really important for us to know. For instance, I have the authority to approve new people on Team Heart and on my LifeVantage Story Facebook groups. But if I don't know the names of the new people, then it's hard for me to know who to approve. So I would really appreciate it, even if it's just a 3-way Facebook message. It doesn't always have to be a call or a Zoom, but I would really love to get to know your new distributors. So tonight I want to share this with you guys. Is where do I find people? Starts with a little bit more, and it starts with this. I want you to imagine from tonight, and guys, I promise you this is life-changing. This will change your business. If you imagine from tonight that every person that you meet, inside of them shouts a voice that says, "Love me." Imagine every person that you meet has a sign around their neck that says, "Just love me." And very often it's just love me for who I am and not for what you want from me, especially in our industry. Many people only meet new people or make new contacts because they really just want to sell something. But when you meet somebody and you really have the intention of getting to know that person, that is when your business will change. So if you are struggling at the moment to find people, if you are struggling to talk to people, if you are struggling to get people to join your business, then you need to ask yourself this question. When you've finished speaking to somebody or you finished being in contact with them, do they feel like you really care about them? Do they feel like you love them? Or was it all about you? So the day I started realizing that there is no script, we are in a relationship business, guys. You know, when I started 4 years ago, I can tell you I printed out script after script. I tried to memorize them. I often felt so fake because the words were not my words. And the day that I realized that there is no script, all there is just show people that you care about them. Show them that you are genuinely interested in them. That is your script. So, you know, often people will say, well, what is the secret? What is the secret? Why can you build? Why do you attract people to you? Why do people say yes? The secret is you got to build relationships. And sometimes it can take months or years. It can take 2 contacts, 3 contacts, 5. It could be 10. But it's all about building a relationship and not dumping on people what you want from them. The key thing to guys is to start conversations. You know, many of us are really good, especially on social media, and even out there in the world, we're really good at making contacts. But how good are we at starting conversations? Conversations is what's going to get people in your business, not just making a new contact. And when you are genuinely interested in them, you know, I saw a statistic the other day that really hurt my heart. And it said that people today are feeling more lonely, even with Facebook, even with the internet, even with all this connection we have now that we never had before. But people are feeling the most lonely they have for generations. There's more suicides, there's more depression than there's ever been, because there's a disconnect. So when you genuinely show interest in somebody, and guys, if you think that's not me, I don't like people, then you're in the wrong business. Because we are about relationships and about people. You know, it's called network marketing. You get paid for your network. The larger your network, the larger you can grow your network, the more money you're going to be paid. That is what we do. So forget about your product and your business opportunity. I want to be very straight with you guys tonight and say, stop turning your Facebook page into a shop. You are chasing people away. People want to follow you on Facebook because of you, because of your lifestyle, because of what you represent, your authentic self, not because of what you do for a business, not because of the product you sell. Every time, I can guarantee you, every time you put up a product picture or a post after post after post about NRF2 and how good this is and how good that is, you are chasing people away. There is a difference between educating people and bombarding them with the same information over and over. It's only about making them feel that you care about them. Advertising what you have will not work on Facebook. You know, I want to ask how many of you, when you've put up a picture of Protandem and, you know, said something about Nerve 2, has it worked? Have you actually had somebody come and say, oh, I want that stuff? Like, I know all about Nerve 2, I want that product. Most of the time, no. And if you genuinely had to ask your friends and family, I wonder also how many people have actually stopped seeing your notifications. Because, you know, you can do that. You can go into Facebook, you can select a person, and you can say, I no longer want to see their posts. You won't know, but that person goes, nah, I've had enough of these things. And guys, I've just done a whole 5-day course the Vegas Women's Conference, and I can tell you in every session, it was basically just drummed into people's heads. Stop using Facebook to advertise your product. It does not work. Facebook is about your profile, your life. So number one, where do we find people? Well, number one for everybody when you start is make your list. You must have a list. You guys, pros are continuously developing their list. Always have your list with you. Stop going back to the same 5 people. You know, often when I'm having one-on-one coaching with distributors, they will continue to talk about the same 5 people that they've been trying to get over the line for the last 6 months. Is that you? Because if it is, then I want to give you a little golden nugget tonight. Let go of them and look for the next 5. Start another 5 conversations and another 5 and another 5. And soon you're not even going to need those 5 that are draining the energy and the blood out of you. So guys, start with who do you know? You know, Eric Worre has a great tool called the Memory Jogger. I'm pretty sure it's in the file section on our Facebook group, so go and have a look there. But things like, who do you know from where you lived before? You know, sit down. Even if you have got a list and you feel like maybe I should just revive this list, maybe I just need to pour some fresh energy into this list and get excited about it again and get enthused about speaking to these people. Do it. Guys, this is what's going to build your business. Have a look at your address book on email. Have a look at the contacts in your phone. Do you know, I just the other day scrolled through a few contacts and I went, oh my gosh, I should be talking to that one and that one and that one. Holiday cards list. So yeah, you know, who do you go on holiday with? Who's your friends? Who did you invite to your wedding? Who do you invite to your children's birthday parties? You know, if you've got your own business, have a look at your customers, have a look at the contacts in there, your closest friends. And you know, of course, you want to be careful with friends and family. Don't bombard them. Friends and family are great to say to them, hey, do me a favor, can you just use my product and tell me what you think? Okay, but don't bombard them with how good the business is and how it's going to change their life. Give them time to see how it's changing your life. You know, people you do business with, maybe you're working in a company where you're in the account section and you've built rapport with some people. You know, be careful, don't ever jeopardize your job. But maybe outside of your job, you meet them for a coffee or something and, you know, share what you have. Who lives in a different city? You know, if you've maybe lived in a different town, where did you grow up? Right in the town. Take Australia map. Take the map of Australia and go, right, who do I know in Cairns? Who do I know in Perth? Who do I know here? Just have a look at the suburbs, have a look at the areas, and it's amazing how it'll prompt names into your mind. So number one, make your list. Number two, who do they know? Guys, I believe this is the biggest gold mine we have. You know, I heard a story of a lady who enrolled, well, she spoke to her mum. She was doing pretty well in network marketing, and she spoke to her mum and she said, Mum, you got to do this business with me. And Mum's like, no, it's not for me. I'm not interested. So she goes, okay, Mum, if you're not going to do it, I'm going to speak to your friends. And she did. She started talking to some of the mum's friends, and soon they started using the product. And not long, and the mum went, hey, hold on a minute. Like, these are my friends. I should be making, you know, some income off them, and I can actually build a business. So I'm going to start this. So sometimes it works in your favor, but even if it doesn't, you know, if your sister says no, then speak to your mutual friends. If, you know, if it's your mum that says no, then say, Mum, I'm going to tell your friends about Pro Tandem, seeing you don't want to do that. So ask for referrals, guys, and think about who do they know. Ask your friends, ask even strangers, will you have a party for me? Guys, there's a big wealthy market in home parties and doing these launches at home. You know, it's not something you want to do continuously for the next 10 years, but it is something that you could do just to kickstart your business now. So ask friends, ask family, ask work colleagues, hey, will you do a party for me? We can have some fun, we'll have some wine and some snacks and some girl talk and, you know, do whatever you need to do to get them interested. But that's a great way of how to grow your business. Get into other people's networks. You know, even the ones that have said no. So if you're talking to a great friend and she's like, no, I'm definitely not interested, then say, well, who do you know that you think would be interested? And guys, here's a great little script. If you look at the bottom of this picture, it says, hey, I've just started this new business and I'm looking for people who fit this description. You wouldn't happen to know anybody like that, would you? Or would you host a party for me? Two very simple scripts. So when somebody has said no to you, go back and say, hey, that's cool, no problem. But I'm looking for this kind of a person. Who do you know that may just fit that role? And guys, the stories I've heard of diamonds that have come from referrals makes me never ever want to miss a referral, because I know the value in that. The third method of where do I find people is network on purpose. That's what we do. We are network marketers. Now, guys, when you say to yourself, oh, next month I'm going to join 2 groups, it probably won't happen. You've got to be intentional about it. You've got to diarize it and say, right, on this day, I'm going to sit and search. You can go to the website called meetups.com, put in your local suburb, and you can search what meetings are happening in your suburb. And be intentional about making or connecting with 2 of those groups at minimum every single month. And guys, when you do go, so let's say there's a, you know, women in business breakfast, and you go to the breakfast, don't try and meet everybody. Don't try and be, you know, the voice of the breakfast and they all get to know you. No, just meet one person. One person. Get to know the one person that you're sitting next to and get really good at asking them questions. That one person may be the person that you're looking for in your business that's going to change it all for you. So be intentional about joining groups, mums groups, join a gym, online interest groups that sign up to set you meetup.com. The dog park. I've heard some brilliant stories of people that have just taken their dogs, intentionally taken their dogs to the dog park, and they've stood around while the dogs are having fun and, you know, doing their thing, and they've chatted to people, and they've actually recruited some incredible business people. Because remember, next week you go again, or the next day you go again, and you see that person again, and you see them again. So you're building relationship, and before you know it, you've got a wonderful prospect for your business. Remember, if you want something you've never had, then you've got to do something you've never done before. So if this makes you feel really, really, really uncomfortable, well done. Doing this will set you on the right track, because we are meant to be uncomfortable so that we can grow. Guys, go to different hair salons, different nail technicians, different massage salons or chiropractors, or just so you can meet new people. Now, don't, when you meet them, go blah and just verbal vomit your stuff on them. Ask questions, get to know them, show a dead set, genuine interest in them. Work at different coffee shops. You know, for instance, you love your coffee, a lot of Aussies do. You know, go to different coffee shops, get to meet the people, the barista who's making your coffee, the person who takes your order. Get to meet them, start building a relationship. Ladies' night out. That's an interesting one. You can go volunteer. You can meet lots of people at a church, or whatever sports groups you may belong to. There's so many different methods, but the secret here is you've got to be intentional about it, because if you're not, it's not going to happen. Another great method, guys, is swap products with other network marketers. So when you get a network marketer, you know, bombarding you with this stuff, instead of just going, nah, I'm happy, why don't you use it and turn it into an opportunity to say to them, do you know what, I wouldn't mind trying your oils if you will try my skincare. Do that. Why not? It's a win-win for both. And who knows, you may just hook that distributor onto the skincare. Next minute they're in the business and we're all happy. So use your initiative, guys. If you feel it's the right person to speak to about swapping products, go for it and do that. Now, the pros have a goal to add at least 2 people to their list every single day. Every single day. If you think about this as a core skill, you'll realize it isn't very hard. So you come into contact with people every day. Wherever you go, you come into contact with new people. Just add them to your list. Very, very, very important. Add them to Facebook, right? Add them to Facebook so that straight away you've got a method of communicating, you've got a method of sharing your lifestyle without them even being so much aware of it, but they're seeing it. You meet people through online social media, of course, add them to your list. You do business with new people, add them to your list. You meet new mums at school, add them to your list. You may meet, you may do some volunteer work in a retirement resort. You may meet new staff there, add them to your list. There's a lot of different methods of how you can grow your list every day. But stop again and ask yourself the question, am I adding at least 2 new people to my list every day? If you are, congratulations, because you're on your way to success. You're filling your pipeline constantly, and I promise you it's just a matter of time before your business will explode. If you're not, then make the commitment tonight, guys, to start doing that, because it is essential for growth in your business. Number 4, never ever prejudge. You've heard this many times, but guys, learn to ask good questions to uncover where people are at. So this isn't about who we think will want to do this business. The truth is most of us were initially not looking to become a network marketer. You know, most of us were skeptical. We were not attracted to network marketing. We didn't want anything to do with it. And now look at us. Now we're on fire and we are just loving what we're doing. So remember, the same way you felt initially is probably how most people out there feel. So be careful. Don't prejudge them though. Give them the opportunity to make the decision for themselves. So before you assume, try this crazy method called asking. I love that quote. I think it's great. It's great. Number 5 is brand yourself on Facebook or other social media. So guys, again, I can tell you that the word still is Facebook is number 1, YouTube number 2, Instagram number 3. There's a lot of talk around Instagram at the moment actually being one of the platforms that's going to develop massively. Facebook has bought Instagram a little while ago, and they've got great plans for Instagram. So just giving you a heads up there, continue to do that. But the most important thing at the moment is videos. Okay, Facebook's plan is to outgrow YouTube with their videos. I'm not sure if they'll get that right, but they're putting a lot of focus on videos, so make sure you use them. So people need to feel like they know you by following you guys. Just be an authentic you. You know, we talk a lot about Facebook. You guys know I'm passionate about it. And I know, again, having watched this whole course now, that social media is a really, really great method of getting to know new people every day. But a lot of people make a mistake, and all they do is they friend request, but they don't start enough conversations. Without a conversation, you're not going to get a business builder or a customer. So just a few tips on Facebook, guys, is brand yourself, not as a shop. Be careful, because you could actually destroy your reputation and you could get people go, not going near that. Okay, be careful. Your in-person connections fuel your online social validation. So who you are inside of you, the relationships you have with other people in the real world is what should fuel what you put on social media, because that validates who you are. Ask the magic question. Hey, are you on Facebook? So guys, whenever you meet somebody and you feel it's applicable and you can do that, sometimes you don't even feel like it is. You just think, oh my gosh, we're going to part ways any minute now, and I'm never going to see this person again. So how am I going to get them, you know, how am I going to get their contact details? Well, just be brave and say, hey, I'd love to stay in contact with you. Are you on Facebook? As simple as that. Okay, sometimes you'll feel like you want to crawl into the earth, but just do it, because afterwards you'll be really happy that you did. So add them, stay consistent with your message. Guys, stay consistent with the message you send out there. And the message you send out there should be one that, of a person that you want to follow, or the lifestyle that you want. Connect. So, you know, sometimes when you're having a conversation, you can take it a step further and talk about your business or product. And then you use this line. It's a really cool one. It's, if I do something, would you, or another great line is, I thought of you because, you know, I watched, what was it, something again this morning, some training, that's right. And this lady said that she's learned to use this sentence all the time. And it's, I thought of you. And she said that it is incredible the success rate she's getting by just using those few words, because straight away it makes the person on the receiving end feel good, because that person has actually thought of you. Okay, so great little line there to use. And then, of course, guys, you know, the next steps is you send a tool, or you add them to an event, you set an appointment, and you close. So that's just basically how Facebook works. But the key thing on Facebook, guys, is to ensure that you are painting a picture of an authentic you, and a picture that people want to follow. Share value, give them value. You know, if you know some of your friends are gluten-free, go onto Google, Google a great recipe and post that. And say, hey, to all my gluten-free friends, here's a great recipe for dinner. You know, save you time thinking about what to cook. Share value. People want value. And the more value you share, the more they're going to be on your page, and the more they're going to follow you and love you. So I want to close off by saying, are you friend requesting? Or are you having conversations? Because this is a game changer. Conversations are the most important tool in our business. Every person that's ever come into our business has started with a conversation, right? Like, you got to start talking to somebody to get them interested. It's the key to success, guys. And something simple like, is the road you're on going to take you to where you want to be? So you're talking to somebody, chatting, asking questions, and then you come in with a jab. So it's like hook, jab. And the jab is the road you're on now going to take you to where you want to be? And they're like, whoa, I haven't even thought about that. Or do you have a plan to change that? So if they say, you know, I don't like my job, I need to get out of that, a great little line is, do you have a plan to change that? I've got one, let me show you and see if what I've got is, you know, something that you may be looking at, or see if you think it's as special as I think it is, or just some ideas of what to say, guys. And then just the key thing is start a conversation, ask questions, and listen. That is the most important thing. So guys, I want to encourage you to up your conversations. Up the number of conversations you have every day, and you will go from playing small in your business to playing massively big. You know, everything comes back to numbers. In our business, it's numbers. You got to speak to like 3,000 people, right? You want to get to a Pro 10, the numbers indicate something like 3,000 people in total. You can take a year to do that, or you can take 10 years. It's up to you. But most of the time, you still got to get through the 3,000 people. So if you up your conversations, do more of those every day, you're going to start playing bigger, and you're going to get to success much sooner. So guys, I hope that has helped you tonight. I hope it has triggered a few little thoughts. Next week, guys, for 2 weeks in a row, we're going to do some training on how to do a presentation online or offline, like a home party or even an online Zoom. We're going to teach you step by step how to do a presentation yourself, what to, you know, look for, what the kind of things to say, and so forth. So we're really excited about that. Us leaders together will present that to you. We're busy working on that right now. Please, guys, if you have any requests for training, you know, you can ask us, and we would love to train. If we don't know, you know, the information, we will gather it and bring it back to you. So I want to say to you, have an awesome week. Thank you so much for sharing and coming on here tonight. And this training is officially wrapped, guys. Thank you.